Why the Trump White House is caught up in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. By the time Jeffrey Epstein, the billionaire financier and felon, he had been repeatedly accused of pedophilia and sexual abuse for more than a decade. But Mr. Epstein, whose acquaintances include 2 presidents and multiple celebrities, had until then avoided federal prosecution. Now, Mr. Epstein is expected to appear in federal district court in Manhattan on Monday to face charges that include sex trafficking of minors, involving multiple underage girls, between 2002 and 2005, according to 2 law enforcement sources. The charges include a claim that he routinely brought underage girls to his home on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, where he paid them hundreds of dollars in cash for massages and sexual acts, one of the sources said. The case could shed new light not only on the allegations, which span years and countries, but also on the extent to which officials who have been linked to Mr. Epstein, including, most notably, President Trump and his Labor Secretary, Alexander Acosta, knew about or downplayed them. Here is a history of the allegations against Mr. Epstein. Who is Jeffrey Epstein? Mr. Epstein, 66, worked at the investment bank Bear Stearns for 6 years before opening his own firm, in 1982, to manage money for very wealthy clients. His circle of friends and acquaintances, including Mr. Trump, former President Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew of Britain and Leslie Wexner, a business mogul who owns Victoria's Secret and other retail brands. Mr. Clinton, according to flight records, and Prince Andrew has. Mr. Trump, that Mr. Epstein was a terrific guy whom he had known for 15 years. He's a lot of fun to be with, the president said at the time. It is even said, what is he accused of? The charges against Mr. Epstein predate Saturday's arrest by more than a decade, and involve a sordid history that has infuriated victims and raised questions of preferential treatment by law enforcement. In 2005, the parents of a 14-year-old girl told the police in Palm Beach, Florida, that Mr. Epstein had molested their daughter at his home there. Before the police, the abuse dated back to 2001, according to the Herald. Most of the victims, we just wanted money for school clothes, for shoes, one woman told the Herald. Federal prosecutors in Miami initially drafted a 53-page indictment against Mr. Epstein. But in 2000, under the federal charges, Mr. Epstein could have faced life in prison. After the deal, in subsequent years, witnesses have testified that hundreds of girls from around the world were brought to Mr. Epstein at different times. About the deal they made with Mr. Epstein until after a judge approved it, even though federal law requires victims to be informed of major developments involving their complaints. The new charges involve sex trafficking and were brought by federal prosecutors in Manhattan, with help from the New York Police Department and the FBI. Mr. Epstein's, what is the connection to the Trump administration? Mr. Acosta has faced intense scrutiny for his role in Mr. Epstein's deal to avoid prosecution, which has been widely criticized as shockingly lenient. Last year revealed that Mr. Acosta was personally involved in the negotiations. He met privately. In subsequent weeks, prosecutors from Mr. Acosta's office gave Mr. Epstein's lawyers an unusual amount of control over the terms of the plea deal, the Herald reported. "Thank you for the commitment you made to me," Mr. Epstein's lawyer wrote in a letter to Mr. Acosta after their meeting, noting that Mr. Acosta had assured him that he would not contact any of the identified individuals, potential witnesses, or potential civil claimants, the Herald reported. Mr. Acosta's office also agreed to help shield the deal from public scrutiny, according to the Herald. The case's lead, he defended the deal by noting that Mr. Epstein had been required to register as a sex offender. That the plea deal, the former White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, said months ago that the administration was looking into the information about Mr. Acosta detailed by the Herald, although he has remained in his job. The president's relationship with Mr. Epstein is less clear. A lawyer for Mr. Trump has denied that the president and Mr. Epstein had a social relationship, despite Mr. Trump's comments in 2002 to New York Magazine. One of Mr. Epstein's accusers, Virginia Giuffre, that she was recruited to give Mr. Epstein massages while she was working at Mar-a-Lago, Mr. Trump's Florida resort. Mr. Epstein, what happens next? Mr. Epstein is expected to appear before a federal magistrate judge in New York on Monday. There is no federal. Separately, a federal judge ruled in February that the government, after two of them had sued the government for not telling them about the non-prosecution deal until it had been finalized. That ruling opened the possibility of nullifying the agreement and allowing Mr. Epstein to be prosecuted on the original federal charges. But that the violation. Also in February, the Justice Department and whether its attorneys had committed professional misconduct in resolving the case in 2008. Ollie Watkins, Joseph Goldstein, and Maggie Haberman contributed reporting.
Raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.